Scaling an e-com brand in 2024 to $1 million a month or more with just Facebook ads is actually much easier than many people think it is. And it all comes down to understanding one key direct response marketing concept that has actually been around for 70 plus years. And this comes from me after having worked with multiple 8 and 9-figure businesses such as Hush Blankets, Magic Windows, Thought Catalog, Nutri Canine, Sabers Pro, Move, Bike Tricks, etc., and 50 plus more 7-figure brands on their way to 9 figures. So in this video, we're going to be going over this famous marketing concept, and then we're going to get into actionable things that you can actually start implementing today, start seeing results tomorrow. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. So before we dive into the actionable tips that you're going to be looking for, I want to emphasize on the importance of understanding the different stages of awareness people find themselves in before they purchase something from you. This is the very popular direct response marketing framework that I already mentioned, created in the 20th century by a guy named Eugene Schwartz. I hope that you have heard of him. If not, then definitely read the book Breakthrough Advertising, because it's going to open your eyes when it comes to really understanding consumer psychology and what you need to do in order to make those people convert. So yeah, now's the time for you to do this. And this is actually the thing that I'm going to go over, understanding the different stages of awareness. We're going to start by talking about the unaware and the problem aware stages, which are actually going to be the most important things that you have to master in order to profitably scale your e-com brand and profitably start increasing your spend by producing ad creatives, key ad creatives that speak to people that find themselves in the unaware and the problem aware levels, because these are going to be the people that are going to be the most profitable for you. These are going to be the ads that you're going to be able to scale to 100K a month or more in spend. And the best approach is basically defined by the awareness level. So you're going to talk with stories, secrets, entertainment, education to the people who will find themselves in the unaware levels. Then for the problem aware, you talk about the pain points, the benefits of solving the problem, etc., and then you go down the funnel by producing ad creatives specifically for the people in the other awareness levels. So what this concept shows is that you need to be speaking differently to your ICP depending on how well aware he or she is of your product. So if you want to scale past $1 million a month, you need to focus on the top two layers, unaware and problem aware, because these are going to be the hardest to unlock, but also the most profitable. So that was pretty much it. That was the key concept that I wanted to introduce right now to you. And now to the actionable stuff. So in the past 2 months, I have actually spent hundreds of hours analyzing the fastest growing e-com brands on the planet, such as True Classic, AG1, Huo, Loop, Pure Plugs. True Classic is a brand that went from 0 to 250 million a year in sales in 4 years. AG1 is valued at $1.2 billion. Huo is doing $200 million a year in sales. Loop, they 3x'd their business from 2022 to 2023, going from 40 to $130 million in sales. Dr. Squatch is looking for a $2 billion exit. And basically, I've been able to break down their ad creative funnels. So I'm going to present to you the best ad creatives that I have found for each of the awareness levels. Now, if you want to access the breakdowns, just click on this link right here, and you're going to have a link to this thing right somewhere under this video. So yeah, please take your time, because this is something that potentially is going to open your eyes and make you a better advertiser, because I've been able to actually break down the funnel strategies of each of those brands, how they go about advertising on social media, how to master the unaware audiences with examples of the content that they produce, who their target is, what's their angle, what's the creative structure, etc. So each breakdown is going to have multiple video examples that you just need to play and study in order to understand how to actually scale your business profitably like a 9-figure e-com brand. So yeah, these are going to be the ad creatives that you can shoot today and start scaling your brand with tomorrow. We're going to start by breaking down the unaware level. So unaware are actually people who don't know they have a problem, but they are being targeted by focusing on a demographic, so meaning age, gender, location. If you're a man 55 plus and you have back pain, this is for you. Watch this. If you're into fishing, if you're into luxury lifestyle, if you're into cars, then this is a video that you need to watch. And obviously, That's not the way you target those people. It has to be much more subtle. It has to be much more engaging. But this is just for me to show you an example as to how to do these things. So it's going to be all about educating and then entertaining the people that watch your ads. So I have 3 examples for you that I've been able to collect. Some of them from my own experience, such as this one right here, and some of them from just observing the brands that we spoke about. So this is actually an ad creative that we've been able to run for the brand that you see right here. It is the founder of the business just calling a happy customer. And this is something that I've been able to, I've been repeating for the past 2 years, that you need to do such a video because it's just like super engaging, super organic, and people actually fall in love with such content. So the comments and the social proof that you're going to get through running a similar ad creative is going to completely change the trajectory of your business. So just call a happy customer and then let the customer do the selling. So you can watch this video until the end. We're not going to spend the time to do it right now. And then this is another key concept from Huo, which is basically all about educating people. So with education, you spark the curiosity because obviously people are always in the mood of learning new stuff, especially if it's interesting and relevant to them. So this is an engaging concept that you can definitely implement for your business.
What percentage of our daily recommended amount of fiber do you reckon the average Brit gets?
So that's a curiosity-based question, and the people who actually see this question, they're probably average Brits that are interested in understanding what was the amount of fiber that they're taking on a daily basis. So this is from Huo. Take your time to watch the rest of the video. And then this is probably one of the most viral concepts right now in 2024, potentially early 2025. It's going to be street interview. This is something that you can film on a daily basis with people that you find on the street. So
you can find lunch in Soho for less than one Huel meal. We will pay for your first subscription.
Sure, let's do it.
All right, challenge accepted. Can I have a look at what you got? Can he?
So what this ad creative is doing, first of all, it's actually targeting people who are doom scrolling on TikTok because they love actually consuming street interviews. It's engaging and it's interesting for them. So that's the first audience that you're going to attract. And the second audience that you're going to attract is actually the people who Huo is trying to acquire as customers, which are people who spend a ton of money on their lunch, on their meals, during work, during office hours. And actually Huo is the better alternative because it's healthier and it's cheaper. So that's what they're going to do. Watch the video until the end. I'm not going to play it right now. Then we start by introducing problem-aware ad creatives to target people who are already familiar with a problem. They have a specific problem, but are unaware or not aware of what are the different ways to solve this problem. So the prospect has not a desire, but a need. He recognizes immediately that he has the need, but he doesn't yet realize the connection between the fulfillment of that need and your product. So it's all about addressing the problem within the first 1 to 2 seconds of your ad. And I have a few examples. That's from Loop earplugs, being neurodivergent. So if you are a neurodivergent person, this ad speaks to you because that's what they mentioned in the first 0.01 seconds of the video. So you're instantly gonna recognize yourself, and this is why this ad is working so well, because it's relevant. Then what we have here, we have a video from True Classic, #1 shirt for big guys, and a before and after comparison, how it looks before and then how it looks after. So if you're a big guy, you have this problem, and if you have this problem, you are going to watch this video because it's just super relevant. It speaks to you and your problem. Then we have what we have here is something for pros, hair care.
This used to be my hair 6 hours after a wash day.
This used to be my hair 6 hours after a wash day. So if you have this problem, you resonate with the problem, and then you watch the video until the end, because apparently you are gonna see a solution to your problem, which is actually something that Pros is doing. So yeah, if I were you, I would definitely spend the time watching all of these ad creatives that I have shown you right here. Then we proceed with the solution aware. So the solution aware audience is a group of people who know they have a problem and are aware of multiple alternatives that can solve it. The prospect either knows or recognizes immediately that he wants what the product does, but he doesn't yet know that there is a product, your product, that will do it for him. So this is one example of solution-aware audience. Don't buy that, buy this instead. This is super, super, super popular on TikTok, and this is something that you definitely need to leverage, especially if you have competitive products that are serving the same customer, but you know that you're actually better than them. So that's a great way for you to emphasize on how different you are and how you're better, essentially. Then we have an ad from, I think, Javi coffee flavored protein. So it's clumpy, it's chalky, it tastes like protein, and it has no caffeine. And then what Javi does is they actually introduce the better alternative, which is protein coffee. Smooth, creamy, tastes like 5-star coffee, 115 milligrams of caffeine, 10 Gs of protein per scoop. So that's another great way for you to emphasize that you're actually better than the alternative. So this ad is targeting people who are already familiar and have potentially already purchased coffee flavored protein, but they see that it's just not a good option. And that's what Javi is doing. It's targeting these exact people that are aware of the solution. They know they want the solution. They just want a better product, your product. And then we have the classic us versus them, static image, custom hair care versus off the shelf. Made just for you, yes, no. All of your goals, yes, no. Ingredients, yes, no. Always made to order, yes, no. So this is how you emphasize on the fact that you're just better. Then we continue by introducing ad creatives for an audience that is already aware of your product but hasn't gotten around yet to purchasing from you. So your prospect knows your product exists but is not 100% aware of all of the features and benefits. He or she is still not fully convinced that they wanted to spend money on your product. So the ad strategy here should be the following: bombard people with social proof, testimonials, and reviews from happy customers. Remind them of the features and the benefits of your product, and then show people how to use your product for maximum efficiency. And here you're actually going to see a beautiful ad creative concept from pros, because how they position themselves are always custom hair care. So this is something that they actually need to educate people on and show them what exactly always custom means. So that's beautiful. If you have such claims, back them up by showing people what exactly
Always
does this mean.
Really mean. Your order begins its journey at our lab in Paris, where it's formulated and tested by our in-house R&D team, designed to evolve over time.
So I'm not gonna play this out until the end, but what's beautiful about it is that Pros is actually taking their prospect and their ICP throughout the whole journey and throughout the whole production process. They tell the story, they show behind the scenes, which is actually super engaging, but is also building trust, because people can actually see that always custom and science-based is not just some bullshit term that Pros came up with yesterday. It's something that's backed by science, and it's something that Pros is actually doing on a daily basis when they produce the hair care products for their customers. Then we have loop earplugs with a lot of social proof. That's it. You see this ad is 8 seconds, and then they have a call to action. Here the difference, free returns. So social proof, that's a great concept. And then what we have here, AG1, positive review, positive testimonial, plus reminding the benefits of the product, which is great because you need to remind the people of the benefits that they're going to get from using the product. And of course, adding some social proof with positive review is just going to make them that much more likely to convert. Then the last target audience that you need to be aware of is the most aware, and you need ad creatives for this particular group of people as well, because they're already familiar with your product. They know what it does. They know that they want it. Now they just have to buy it. So your ads don't need to communicate much more than the name of your product, the price of it, and an offer. So that's great for first-time customers. For example, if you have a 10% discount, remind people of the limited time, remind people of the fact that they're going to get free gifts, which is something that AG1 is always doing with their ad creatives. And then you see Javi Coffee, an offer, benefits, social proof. That's pretty much it. That's everything that you need to understand about the different awareness levels and how you actually scale to $1 million a month by mastering the unaware and the problem-aware audiences. So please go through these breakdowns right here what happened, because those breakdowns are going to show you the exact strategies that the brands that we have just discussed follow to nurture people from the unaware stage to the most aware stage of awareness, which is how you actually convert people on like cold traffic. Unfortunately, it's not loading right now for some reason, but you are already aware of what you're going to see right here. So with that being said, I really appreciate you took the time to watch this video. If you need a creative partner that would help you produce ad creatives that are going to speak to different awareness levels and that actually knows what they're doing, that is actually producing hundreds, in some months thousands of pieces of content for other e-com brands, we also currently spend about $800,000 a month on Facebook ads and oversee that spend. So if you're looking for somebody to scale your ad creative production and actually create a real creative strategy for your ad creatives, then reach out to me and book a call with me. So with that being said, I appreciate your time and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.